All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my little live stream on a rainy Monday in New York City, 500 feet above the streets of New York. Mike O'Donnell, you've been up all night? Oh my God. I got up at 5 with a little insomnia. Was able to roll over for about a half hour, but there you go. But you've been up since midnight. That stinks. I don't like hearing that. Nick Umrichin, you're first on the Facebook. Good morning, sir. Hope you had a good weekend. It is Monday. Boo! Opie, with friends like you, who needs enemies? Oh my. Oh my. That's a hell of a good morning. Who said that on the Instagram? The artist 1991. Oh my. What's up, Ted Palawada? How are you? What else? RJ Henner's checking in. We got Gail. What's going on? We got the Dark Side Read 13 on the Instagram. We got Gail on the Facebook. We got Ted. Hi, Ted. Good morning to you, sir. We got Pat. We got this guy, Raf9X. K-Dub. Opie finally listened to the 9/11 show that you guys did. He did a great job. Kudos. I will. Yeah, I posted our 9/11 show in its entirety on my my Facebook, Opie Radio fans, on my YouTube, Opie Radio, and people seem to really, really like it. I've never listened back to that show, not once. So I hope you enjoyed it. Who else we got? We got Al. What's up, Al? Brother man, coming in. We got Janice. Good morning. Hope everyone had a decent weekend. We had a chill weekend. We didn't do much of anything, to be honest with you. We went and saw the Barbie movie. Morning Open, Doggy, and Potter's Cheers. What's up, Larry Hanshaw? A lot of waves coming in on the Instagram. Man, I didn't even check the weather. I hope this rain is gonna clear out. That would be nice. Tim Sheehan got to attend a dumb morning meeting at work, but stopped in to drop a like. Well, you know what, Tim Sheehan? First, cheers to you. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. Good luck with the meeting. Are you going into the office for the meeting? There's a lot of debate going on with companies about trying to bring their employees back to work. And most of us are like, go screw. Because we learned we need quality of life during that shutdown. Are you going to allow us to hang up pictures again in our cubicles? Then maybe I'll come back to your stupid office. Am I allowed to hang out at a water cooler and tell some edgy jokes? Then maybe I'll come back to the office. Are you going to give me a few more days off? Then maybe I'll come back to your office. Big debate, though. Big debate. A lot of these companies in New York, they're in cahoots with the city. City's losing a lot of money because people are working from home. So the city's making some back room deals with companies to try to get them to force their employees back into New York City. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about the money. And the city's losing a lot because a lot of these office buildings are absolutely empty, and that means less people coming into the city, spending their hard-earned money on the commute, on stupid tickets that the city gives you, and then just basically eating and doing this and that in the city. So, oh yeah, I'm at work already, 6 to 2:30. Ew, that sucks. But man, it's the same old rap every single time. If you could do your job just as well from home, then why do you have to go into the office? We need the face. No, you don't need my face. You don't need my FaceTime. I'm doing my job from my home, and I don't have to see any of you knuckleheads. What's the problem? But we nothing. Around. I will. But anyway, I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. We went and saw the Barbie movie. We found a theater, man. It's all nice. Now you're just on your phone in your seat while those loud previews are happening. I'm going to order the buffalo chicken sandwich. I'm going to order the peanut M&Ms. I'm going to order a slushie, chicken fingers, and tots for the kids. Bam! One button on your phone. You're sitting there all nice. And just as the Barbie movie starts, our food arrives. How perfect is that? I'm surprised on how well that 9/11 show is doing. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. There's still a lot of interest in that old show. That old show, Opie and Anthony. So anything Opie and Anthony does very, very well. So was Barbie very pink? Mike O'Donnell wants to know. Yeah, she was very, very pink. There were no genitals in the Barbie movie. I like the Barbie movie. I wasn't triggered by the message. Oh my God, we might empower women. Ooh! Gives a crap. I mean, I care about women. Of course I do. And I care if they get empowered a little bit. Yeah, of course I do. But the movie, I didn't think it lived up to the hype. I thought it was a very, very good movie. But I heard about the Barbie movie for the last month or so, and I was expecting it to be way, way better than it was. But it was definitely a good movie. It kept my interest. The acting was very, very good. Margot Robbie was very, very hot. Then they had that other dude in there. He was all right as Ken. Oh, wait, there were a lot of Kens in the Barbie movie. Oh, that's right. There were a lot of Barbies in the Barbie movie. Morning, Hope. Seems like it's going to rain all day. Going to be a bit of a bummer weather-wise. Well, that stinks, Chris. But thank you very much. Thanks for that. Weather reports are always appreciated. On the Opie Radio live stream, 500 feet above the streets of New York City. No, it bothers me about some of the uh-oh. Damn fall allergies. One of the things that bothers me about movies in general, right? They get rock stars in these movies like Will Ferrell and Kate McKinnon. They're both in this movie, right? But they're not that. Anyone could have played their parts. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't on the set for the Barbie movie, but I wonder if you have Will and you have Kate, I wonder if you let them do a lot of improv, because just turn the camera on and go, well, this is kind of what we need from you in this scene, but just go. So that's always a bother when you see these incredibly talented people in these movies and then they're just okay. LOL, Hope. I have a friend who feeds the raccoons at Central Park. You do, Gilberto? Gilberto, really? But I guess that's it for the Barbie movie. For real, it was very good. It empowers women a little bit. I'm very, very much okay with that, considering I have a daughter. I don't want her to be just some secretary somewhere. I don't want her to just be a skirt somewhere. So yeah, when I see a Barbie movie where they empower women, guess what? I'm going to be all in because I have a daughter. Don't call me daughter. Morning, up early here in California, and great to hear your voice. What's going on, Schnauzer Logic? Cheers. Anyway, let's get to the raccoon. Where's Gilberto? Let's go backwards to Gilberto. Hit the like, by the way. Thank you. LOL. Opie, I have a friend who feeds the raccoons at Central Park. So, all right. I've been living in New York City for quite a while now. I moved in after 9/11 because everything dropped. All the rents on apartments went boo, and that's when I said I'm gonna move to New York City. So I've been here, God, over 20 years. That doesn't seem. I know I got old on this face, but I don't have 20 plus years of old on this face. So in all my years, you see a lot of pigeons, you see a lot of rats. I mean, a lot of rats. And every once in a while over the years, I've seen a raccoon in Central Park. Every once in a while. Like recently, I actually filmed one in a tree in one of those knots. Raccoons just hanging out in one of those knots near the Museum of Natural History. It was during one of my live streams where I walk around New York and just be a bother. So, and then every once in a while, if you're in Central Park at night, which is kind of rare because it's a bit on the creepy side and creepy, But for me, like Vic Henley used to live across from me, across Central Park on the Upper East Side. And I would go over to his apartment, and then it was time to go home. And a lot of times I would either, I'd have my electric scooter, my bike, or I just walk, and I would walk across the park to get to the where I live over here. And every once in a while, you would see a raccoon just running across one of the fields or one of the lawns like a damn kangaroo. Oh my God, when they need to move, they move. So that's been the extent of it over the years. Every once in a while, you'll see one sort of. So last night, after watching the Bills looking good against the Raiders, Jets not looking so good against those dumb Cowboys. I hope your team won last night. Patriots lost, right? So I was like, you know what? This Jets game is a bust. I'm going to go take a little loop in the park. I take the giant loop in the park. But yesterday I was a little tired because I did a lot of biking this weekend. So there's cut-throughs where you could cut from the east side back to the west side without doing the whole loop. Do you get it? I hope you get it. Like it's like this, and then there's cut-throughs, depending how far you want to go. So I'm going through one of the cut-throughs, and I see a commotion near a park bench. And I get closer, and there's a guy with feed talking to a lady about taxes and bitching, which is awesome, and just throwing feed over his head like this. I'm like, what the hell is he feeding, you know? And I recently on my, I don't know if I have it on my computer. Let me see. Recently, I filmed a guy. Is it on my computer, though? Let me just see really fast here. Really fast. I want to push you around. I will. That song is stuck in my head. I don't know why. Yeah, go Bills, Scott Nelly. Go Bills, of course. So I don't have it, but recently I'll have it for you tomorrow because I'm using my phone for Instagram, so I can't use my phone for some of this stuff, which sucks. But usually it's a guy feeding pigeons with the pigeon feed, and then there's 100 pigeons. And it's a pretty awesome sight, and then I'm the guy that walks right through them so I could get a nice video. So I was assuming that's what was happening yesterday. The guy's just throwing feed over his head on a park bench as he talks about taxes and bitching about New York City with this old lady. These two don't give two craps. I get closer and I go, oh my God, he's feeding not one, not two, not three. Keep on going all the way to well over 20 raccoons. Well over 20 raccoons. I've never seen this in my life in all the years living in New York. And I got a quick video. I wish I had even more video, but as I take out my phone to videotape this, I realize I have no room on my stupid phone, so I'm deleting like all sorts of important videos just to get this quick 20-second video of the raccoons that this guy was feeding. Check it out. Check out how many there are. Check out the ones in the background. It's unbelievable. Did you hear the crunching? Sorry, Instagram, but I did post it on my Instagram if you want to check it out after the live stream. Did you hear the crunching? And this guy is just throwing feed over his head like it's no big deal, and they're coming from everywhere. I'm like, I had no idea there were that many raccoons in Central Park, and that was just a little tiny piece of Central Park. I was like, oh my God, crazy. And you know a guy that feeds the raccoons in Central Park, Gilberto. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. Going to be a fun time on the east side this week. Oh, we got the General Assembly. Is that this week? We got the General Assembly. So basically, we got all the leaders of the world coming into New York City, messing up traffic everywhere. And then these guys, they're diplomats. They got diplomat plates or whatever. They park and do whatever the hell they want with their cars. They don't give two craps. That's happening this week. Yeah, that means Manhattan's going to be a nightmare, especially on the The east side. Pardon me if this has been addressed, but what is the circle in the sky in the background? Oh, that's just a UFO checking out things. UFO just hovering over Manhattan, over the Hudson River. That's all. That's all that is. We've gotten used to the UFO, and then it just takes off. Miraculously, it takes off when the sun comes up. So there you go. Very pink. What is that? Oh, the Barbie movie? Yeah, very, very pink. But I thought they did a very, very good job with the Barbie movie. I don't know. I mean, my wife and my daughter were like explaining some of the that's one of the Barbies you can get. I'm like, okay, I figured as much. I love the Barbie movie. It was great. Gilberto says, right on, man. Gilberto with two good comments so far. Barbie movie was whack. Why was it whack? So true. Total BS. Got to keep the wealthy building owners funded and the machine churning in the cash. Doug Smith knows. It just pisses me off because one of the things I'm all about progressing society forward. I like to just move everything forward in society. And around the world, they have a much better quality of life. Not everywhere, obviously, but there's a lot of countries that have a much better quality of life. They don't force their people to work 5 days a week, the siestas. Imagine also you're like, all right, I'm going home for 2 hours every day, and you get to nap and eat. And finally, with the lockdown, we saw how good. We always see how good something could be, and then we drag it backwards again. It's so annoying to me because we're miserable. We're all miserable going to the office. I'm like, oh God. And they took all the fun away from it. All kidding aside, you're not even allowed to put pictures up. And, if there's a salacious, God forbid, Sports Illustrated calendar hanging in the break room, that's problems with HR. And we all did our jobs from home. And the fact is, if you didn't do your job from home well, they fired your ass. You still had to produce. You're not gonna hide at home because they're expecting you to produce something from home. So you still had to work. But the beauty of it was that you weren't stuck in a car 2-3 hours. Around here, it's 4 hours. It's a minimum. I think the average commute in and around New York City these days is 2 hours each way. That's the average. So all of a sudden, you're not in a car for 4 hours a day. So all of a sudden, you just gave yourself 20 hours back that you could do something else with that time. And then you can take little breaks from your house while you're working. And maybe, if it's summer, you're jumping in a pool for a quick dip, or you're playing with your dog, throwing a stupid stick in your backyard, maybe making a quick call to somebody. And everybody was really, really happy, and everyone knew it was working. You're getting happier employees. And the next thing you know, all these a-hole bosses are making you go back to work. And it's just a tragedy. An absolute tragedy. Boatman 74. You have to draw, and he's drawing the D to the C to the K. I left out the I on purpose. You have to draw that everywhere for HR. Of course. This is what I would do if I had a business. No office, work from home, no HR. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I like how the Vice doc couldn't get anyone from the O&A crew to appear, but of course, Stuttering John was quick to jump at the opportunity. What's wrong? Oh, God. There's nothing wrong with Stuttering John. Why wouldn't Stuttering John jump on a documentary about Howard Stern? That's just stupid. Why would he do that? That's just dumb, right, Al? He had a story to tell about, Howard Stern, and he went on and he told it. And he came across very well in that documentary, The Stuttering John. There's a whole culture out there. They're all obsessed with Stuttering John, and they beat him up on a regular basis. It's just stupid. I'm not friends with the guy or anything like that, but I just find it really, really stupid. Well, he deserves it. Does he deserve it, really? A whole culture of people beating the crap out of him? And then people trying, like this, no offense, Al, because I see it and I like it, but then trying too hard. The fact is, Stuttering John worked for the Howard Stern show. He was way, way up there in the show. You had Howard, then you had Robin. Back in the day, you had Jackie, and then literally the fourth guy probably was Stuttering John. I don't know if people remember the stuff he did for the Howard Stern show. It was absolutely unbelievable. And then it turns out he was making absolutely no money. So then, he went to Howard many, many times to try to get more money. And Howard kept blowing him off because Howard needs to keep as many, let's just say, pennies as possible. So Stuttering John was extremely underpaid, as well as a lot of people on his staff. And finally, Jay Leno came a call in. And Stuttering John's like, I'm leaving. Quality of life. I can make like whatever it was at the time, 2, 3, 4 times the money you're giving me. And then what does Howard do? Kicks him out the door and just treats him like garbage, and then is pissed off at Jay Leno. Oh, I'm sorry, Howard. What? You were supposed to keep Stuttering John and the rest of the people around your show down? They finally have a good opportunity. They come to you with the good opportunity, and instead of going, well, let me try to match this, you get mad at the person because how dare they work for pennies for you when they could be, increasing their quality of life somewhere else. Ah, God, ridiculous. Ric Flair sneeze. That's right, Chris. Oh, my God, am I that far behind? Good morning, Open Squad. What's up, Greg Buell? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. John Quartz, good morning, Ken. Ope and Squad. The Barbie movie. Were people really triggered, and upset by that movie? Does anyone know why? I didn't know why anyone would be triggered by that movie. Opie, the new Indiana Jones movie was DS. Oh, I could say dog S, fun with dirt. Really? Oh, that's too bad. I want to see that too. You and I should make a movie. I can't make a movie right now. I'm too busy trying to make a living off this dumb stuff. What movie did you watch last night, Mike O'Donnell? That's right. I did a little premiere. Oh, what's up, Mike? Mike is one of my biggest supporters, by the way. Every time I turn on a live stream or premiere a video on my YouTube, this mother effer is there every single time. We ended up not watching a movie. We ended up getting very, very lazy. I had to walk the dog, and because it was raining all night in New York City, it's starting late last night. Doggy couldn't smell what he needed to smell, so he didn't poo. So I'm just walking around in the pouring rain with Doggy. We both got soaked, and then I came home, took a hot shower, and honestly, I went to bed early. I was checking out a lot of the football yesterday, so I hope your team won. Bills looked very, very good. Jets, not so much. The Jets, I feel bad for the Jets fans. I would love to say I'm a Jets fan, and now with the whole Aaron Rodgers thing and how there's a spotlight on that team, but I just feel bad for the organization. It's not good for football that Aaron Rodgers goes down. He's going to miss the season. And now they got Zach Wilson, who is trying to step up and show that he's worthy of being a starting quarterback. But, the poor Jets. Oh, it just stinks for those guys. Absolutely stinks. It was a great win to start the season, but I don't know. I don't know how many games they're going to be able to squeeze out with Zach Wilson in the end. Whenever you want to see the Raccoons again, let me know, brother. This one spot, I'm going to be looking in this one spot now. I couldn't believe, let me play that video again, because that video is just crazy to me. You got to understand, like Central Park is, I don't know, it's a quarter mile from me. And it's hustle and bustle and noise everywhere, sirens and yelling and screaming and beeping. And then a mere, I don't know, like if get into the park a little bit, it feels like you're in the Adirondacks, and you see this one more time.
I talked to him. He said no.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I get more with your retirement. I already spoke to him. He said gonna get more. He said he's gonna get more. I already hit 65 when I, he said you're already gonna be 80.
I've watched that video about 10 times. I count at least 20 raccoons in that video. That it's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. On the beach strip in Fort Lauderdale, the city has signs up that say, do not feed the raccoons. Oh, damn, really? In Fort Lauderdale, damn. Well, this guy, obviously how he was throwing the feed over his shoulder like that, he's been doing this probably for decades, and he wasn't scared. And these things were like sort of climbing up on the bench a little bit, and he just keeps throwing feed, and he's just babbling about this stupid city with some old lady. It was absolutely awesome. Is Anthony still living rent-free in your head after all these years? I love the Capitals. No, I haven't even talked about Anthony. Like I said yesterday, that it's really easy. You don't bring up Anthony on my live stream, most likely I will not mention him. Okay. Let me put this guy right. Shall we go right to the block for this guy? Yeah, why not? John Quartz, when there is 30 trash pandas in the park, you don't need to feed them. Man, I mean, how many? I would love to know how many raccoons they estimate are in Central Park, and I want to know what other animals are in Central Park. You got a lot of birds because you get these bird watching people with their stupid bird scopes wandering around the park. I know we got hawks in the park, squirrels, raccoons, obviously, rats, and every once in a while, believe it or not, a coyote in Central Park in the middle of New York City. Is that crazy? And supposedly they come down through the train tunnels. They come down, they walk the train tunnel, like I think the Amtrak tunnel, and then they pop up and they somehow get into the park. And every once in a while, it's very, very rare, but you get one every few years, a damn coyote in the middle of Central Park. Oh my God. You're telling me about rent? I hate it. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Remember Pizza Rat? He became a star. Of course I remember Pizza Rat. Of course. Yeah, W-Man knows. He would never bring it up if the fans would drop it and never bring it up here. And that's what's so weird. Like I posted a video. Now I'm talking about it because I posted a video because I finally had it. I'm like, dude, I haven't seen Anthony in 10 years. I haven't seen the guy in 10 years. When I turn this off, I don't think about him at all during the day. It's only when I turn on the live stream. And look, it means we did an amazing radio show back in the day. So obviously there's interest there. But the fact is, if you don't bring up Anthony, most likely he's not really going to come up a lot on my live stream. And I try to explain that. And then it's like, hey, he's living rent free in your head. No, I'm trying to explain the whole deal with the whole dumb thing. Anyway, Al, all right, that does it for my yearly check-in with the Opie Radio live stream. It's still a thing that happens, I guess. What the hell does that mean, Al? What are you doing, brother? I lived across a girl I loved so I lived walking. Wait, bro, Gilberto, I'm going to read this how you wrote it. I lived across a girl I loved, so I lived walking by Central Park and walking her dog. I lived across a girl I loved, so I liked maybe walking by Central Park and walking her dog. All right. Okay then. All right. Thank you. Oh, so I loved. Okay. You. All right. People always leave Anthony comments during the streams while he's talking about other stuff, trying to move on. Yeah, and a lot of the Anthony and Opie and Anthony stuff I kind of blow off in general. So. Oh, Ken Mosca. Bills will fall off. The Bills aren't falling off. I am fried chicken. Of course they're not going to fall off. I don't know if they're going to make it all the way to the promised land, the Super Bowl, but they ain't falling off. Hell no. Ken Mosca, good morning from a satisfied Cowboys fan. Oh, boo! I like the Ken Mosca, but I don't like the fact that you like the Cowboys. I don't like anybody that likes the Cowboys. I'll be honest with you. So we're going to have a problem, Ken Mosca. I don't know why I hate the cow. I think I hate the Cowboys because they shoved the Cowboys down our throats when we were growing up. Before every game was made available, you didn't have a lot of choices for football games when I was growing up, and they had to force America's team on you, the Cowboys. Now, how about I decide who's America's team? Just because that Ted Turner, wow, this is a name from a million years ago. Ted Turner owned whatever. So he would just put his beloved Cowboys on every week, and he called them America's team. Yuck. Hi, Will Iomi. Will Iomi in the private Facebook groups just belting out Pearl Jam. Elderly woman behind the counter in a small town. Will did a damn good job with that. We're looking for new members to join our private Facebook group. You could do that through my regular Facebook Opie Radio fans. All right. They're funny animals. All right, then. That's how you get. Okay. All right. But that was pretty much the weekend. We went and saw the Barbie movie. I wasn't triggered. I'm still wondering why people were triggered by the Barbie movie. I need to know why people were triggered. I get it. You want to keep, in the year 2023, you want to keep women down. Is that why you were triggered? Jesus. I remember, look, now that I got a daughter, I want all that crap pushed forward. I want her to have opportunities that women before her didn't have. Is that a bad thing to say? I remember growing up, man, one of our friends, their mom, actually had a career, and we were like, that's weird. That's how old I am. I come from a time, the mom stayed home, but we had a friend, and his mom worked at, a department store in the makeup area or something like that. But she had a legit career that she had to get all dialed up for. And behind his back, we'd be like, that's weird. His mommy goes to work. And now, everyone's working. I mean, everybody. Because this stupid world of ours, this society, they're not taking care of us. So now the mom has to work, the dad has to work, the kids have to work. Then you have side jobs, side hustles after you're done with your work. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. What's up, Evie? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. My friend who works at the UN was telling me it's going to be a crazy week. It's always a crazy week at the UN this time of year. Yeah, it's just the traffic jam in the city is going to be terrible for the next week or so. Hey, if I bought you high heels, would you wear them? No! TV? Well, all right, let's slow down. What is the circumstance? What's the circumstance? Is it to get like 1 million views on one of my videos? Is it so we can go to a party together? What are the circumstances? Let's slow down a little bit. Instead of the quick no, what are the circumstances, TV? I'll be waiting for your response. But my initial thought is no. Those aren't raccoons. That's the serious management team. Thank you. I was watching a time travel doc the other day. There's a theory that UFOs are travelers from the future. Man, I can't. I try to watch some of these big brains about time travel and stuff, and they're basically saying it's possible, but I don't understand. Do you have to go faster than something, like this, faster than the speed of light? Do you have to find a wormhole or a black hole? How does it work? Could you imagine if time travel is possible? I think this will sound very, very weird and stupid, but I always talk about like our tiny little human brains compared to the intelligence of the universe. I think there's an intelligence to the universe, or an infinite an infinite intelligence to the universe. So, ready? Here's my theory. This is my crazy ass theory. I think that anything that you think about in your brain is possible. Anything. Anything. Because we're just tapping in to the intelligence of the universe. Our thoughts are kind of our thoughts, but they're part of the intelligence of the universe that we just tap into. So I think anything that we think of as human beings is possible. Now, will it happen tomorrow? Of course not. Some of these things are so far fetched. You got to keep humans around for like another million years, and then a whole bunch of this stuff that's not possible right now that you think about in your brain will be possible. Thank you very much. Cheers on some deep thoughts today. A lot of people hating on the Barbie movie, didn't even see it, Gail. Yeah, because they're scared. They don't want women to be equal to men. Ew, they're scared of that. They want to keep women down. A lot of these people want to keep women down. They got daughters. That's what's crazy to me. You know, I'm embarrassed to say that I give a crap way more about this stuff after having but I can't lie about it. As soon as I had a daughter, I'm like, okay, I got to rethink a few things. And you just keep voting for it. What am I voting for, Kay? Is it? I can't do the same stuff every day. So, like, we're not going to do the same stuff every day. I've never voted. How many times do I have to say I've never voted? And how many times do I have to say that I probably lean more Republican than Democrat? How many times do I have to say that? Oh my God. Small companies don't have HRs. Well, that's good. HR equals human reductions. Yeah. And they're under the guise that they're taking care of the employees. No, they're not. They're taking care of the company. Their interest is with the company, not you. I hate HR. Hate it. I got into a business where there was no health insurance and no HR. You fast forward a whole bunch of years, and we had health insurance, which obviously was a good thing to finally have. Because, man, when I was coming up in radio, every time I had something wrong with me, I would have to figure out how to fix it myself. So that part was all right when they started offering health insurance, but they squeezed HR department. I'm like, who is that? They stuck out like a sore thumb. Who's that? Oh, she's our HR lady. What's HR? And then they explained it to us, and I'm like, HR? We're trying to do a dumb radio show. This isn't a real job. Why are you bringing in real people? This is not a real job. Oh, I hate HR. He was drunk and was crying online the other day. Who was? Who? John does it to himself. Oh my God, I'm that far behind. All right. I'm skipping all the way to Deadpool. Super chats go to the front of the line. Oh, shoot. I got to wake up my kids. Oh, sugar. Morning, GH. Dad finally. What? Sorry for your loss, Deadpool. He lived a good life, though. He was in his 90s, right? I don't even know you, and I'm getting a little teary because maybe it's making me think of my dad, but I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Deadpool. I'm going to take a little, well, I'm not going to oversell it. I got to wake up the kids, but this is a perfect time to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Really sorry to hear that, Deadpool. I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I feel like I know a lot of you guys. I've never met Deadpool, but he's been incredibly supportive with my live stream over the years. And man, it just sucks because, like, yeah, everyone's saying sorry to Deadpool. Because I don't know, when Carl and Vic died, like I leaned on a lot of these people that I barely know when I was live streaming. So I feel like even though I haven't met a bunch of you, I kind of feel like I know you. So when I get news like that, I'm absolutely bummed, man. There he goes, Deadpool. Thanks, John. Yeah, and everyone's being cool in the chat room. So Deadpool, once again, I'm really, really sorry, bro. That just there's nothing to say when you lose a parent. You know, just know what. He's still looking after. All right, I don't need to hear any of that. I need to mourn now. That's what I say today, Deadpool. Just mourn. Yeah, man. I thought your dad was doing all right, but he had heart issues. He was in his 90s. We've been following that little journey for a little while. Although I hate using the word journey. I'm on a journey. All right. Damn. Yeah, condolences. I got to start wrapping up because my kids are up. I gotta make them breakfast and stuff. I still got to figure out what time works for the live stream. I'm thinking like even earlier so we could do more time in the morning. Deadpool, it was coming. At least he never ended up in a nursing home. He was adamant about not ending up there. Oh, your dad was a rock star. That's what you learn with these old guys, especially. I can't talk for the old ladies as much because I don't know why. But the old guys, man, you know, this part's just falling off their bodies. They're riddled with cancer. They're just laughing all the way to the end, just enjoying their lives. And they just want to be the captain of their own ship, even if it's the Titanic. They don't care. I am not. Because I remember Deadpool. I think you were telling me he didn't want to like use a walker or something like that. I'm like, God bless him. I think your dad reminded me of my dad. My dad had one artery to his heart at the end, and he was just still rocking and rolling, doing whatever he can. Picked up a 60-pound dog out of the busy road after it got hit by a car, knowing that him carrying my brother's dog out of the road could kill him, but he didn't give two shits at that point. That's like a man's man. It sounds like Deadpool, your dad was a man's man. Tommy McNulty, Greg, at what point in your career, based on your level of success or earning, were you approached by the power elite, Illuminati, or Masons? Show us the recent symbol or handshake. Damn. Wow, that's a very, very good question. When you have real fame, like, man, you really do feel like you get away with so much more. But I decided to really, keep to my roots. If you want to know the truth, all of a sudden, oh, you went 120 in a school zone. Oh, don't worry about it. But it never got to that point, man. Nothing with the elite. You definitely start getting invited to all sorts of stuff. And now it's like I can't get anybody on the phone. It's crazy. Yeah, Sheila, right on. Sheila's one of ours. She's been around a long time. Wishing you and the fam strength and love, Deadpool. Absolutely. 100. Is the kids be up now? Yes, Mike. The kids are up. Deadpool, condolence, brother. I do funeral slideshows for a living if you're looking for one. Oh, my God. He would do a great job for you, Deadpool. Jason would do a great job for you if you're looking for something like that. My sisters and I are still working on cleaning my dad's house out and going through everything. It's rough. Been 3 months since he's gone. Sorry for your loss. I had guilt. When my dad died, he had an office that was, just filled with stuff. And no offense to us, a lot of this stuff was like, I felt like it was junk, but to him, every piece of paper mattered to him. And I felt bad, like after my dad passed, that we got the dumpster and we picked through. We kept some stuff, obviously, but man, most of it just in the end, right in the dumpster. I have a little guilt as far as that goes, but I don't know what we were supposed to do with it. He was kind of a pack rat too. He liked collecting things. So, all right, let me say goodbye to Instagram. Insty, thanks for checking us out. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye. Goodbye. Are you sure you want to end video? Of course I'm sure. Oh, damn. Look who was watching on the Instagram. Pat F. and Duffy. Pat F. and Duffy went over there. Nice. And we probably got to start wrapping up over here. But I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone's going to have a good Monday. It's like I said, it's crappy, rainy, cloudy here. Yeah, it looks pretty dark out there still, man. But that sucks. He's down there screaming up at us. Hell yeah. So sorry if you're lost, Deadpool or Dead Fool, but that's all right, Gail. Sorry to hear that, Dead Fool. I lost my mom back in May, so I feel you, bro. Yeah, losing a parent just, it just stinks. Absolutely stinks. Great show, Ope. Whatever. Bernie, I'm not a fan. Knock it off with your weird tweets. Deep down, you miss it. No, I don't miss Anthony. Your tweets were stupid. I was this close to blocking you, so knock it off. I said something like, I called you Freud. The fact is, I don't miss Anthony. I miss Carl Ruiz horribly. I miss Vic Henley horribly. I don't miss Anthony at all. And there's a lot of regrets that I ever met the guy, if you want to know the real answer. So just knock it off with your garbage. You secretly miss him. No, I don't. I'm mad at myself that I made some weird decisions in my life that I'm trying to work through. All right, speaking of which, I'm going to go, but I'm going to do something today because I just posted this. And I really got to take care of my kids. But I probably will be back in like 20. I'm going to play something for you, but I'm trying to, I could just make the screen clean. All right. So we're moving up to 4 years since we left, since we lost, I should say. Where the hell is it? My dear friend Carl Ruiz. Right around now, 4 years ago, we lost him. And I've been reposting the early years of the Opie radio podcast, and I've rebranded it for my YouTube and my Facebook, and I've put some of it on Instagram, and it's called Ruizing with Opie and Carl. And it's the very early episodes where it's mostly me and Carl. And I just posted this yesterday, so if you want to stick around and listen to something, great. If not, I get it. But this was me and Carl hanging with the hillbillies for the Big Apple barbecue. And this episode was so much fun. And I just need to say ahead of time that in the very early days of podcasting, they gave me really crappy equipment. And I didn't know what I was doing. And my equipment broke down. And so then part of this episode, I had to use my stupid phone. So I'm saying that because not every early episode of the Opie Radio podcast has audio like this, but the audio is good enough where you can hear everything that's going on. So something a little different today. I'm going to play this as I go take care of the kids, and I hope you enjoy it. And there's playlists on my Facebook and YouTube. It's called Ruizing with Opie and Carl is the name of the playlist. If you want to hear more very, very early episodes of the Opie Radio podcast where it was just me and Carl mostly. All right? Check this out, and I will be back to wrap up.
What's up, man? I'm Bobby Flake. And we're going to talk about some barbecue.
Carl, where the hell am I? You are in the Dukes of Hazzard.
Representing the lollipop.
Wait, what did he say?
We're representing the lollipops.
Who is that guy?
That's Gary.
What's up, Gary?
What's up, brother? How are you? So good to see you and meet you. It's good to put a face with that name.
Oh, really? Finally?
I feel like, now you're not at all what I thought you'd look like. We ain't gonna go into that.
Tell me what you thought I looked like.
Oh, I figured. See, I was looking for you to be freckle-faced and red-headed like Opie Cunningham, on Andy and Mayberry and Happy Days. I figured you're gonna be like Opie Cunningham, be freckle-faced, now, but you ain't. You actually got some whiskers.
I actually.
Gary, I'll help you out. I'll help you out with a little modern culture.
Okay.
Yes or no, he looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
What the?
Making me take my hat off.
I say no. Much better looking to me. And look, there's not something wrong with that, but he is a lot better than me, better looking than, I'm.
Fella.
Your Ellen DeGeneres line didn't work.
Well, I forgot that I'm in the South. You're favored down there.
I feel so stupid that I shaved my beard a week ago. I could have really used the beard at this event.
You would have looked better with a beard. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They would have never known.
Hold on, this is Dave. We only have one mic, so I gotta like pass it around. Dave from Ubon.
Yo, yeah, so they would have never known he wasn't from the South if he had just had a beard.
Look, I hate to do this to you. I really do, because we're in your town. But even if I wasn't, I'd have to correct you. It's Ubons, not Ubons. That sounds that ain't right. It's Ubons.
That sounded too northern, didn't it? Ubons. Ubons. Ubon. Oh my God, I'm in trouble already, Carl.
The minute Opie got here, the first person I introduced him to was Tank, one of the best pig farmers in the country. I go, this is Tank. Tank, meet Opie. Opie goes, hi, Hank.
Hey, did he say, hey, man, how y'all doing?
He was not happy. I just couldn't hear. And I told him my uncle's name, he's no longer with us. He was Hank, and he was an elevator fucking guy. He was in the union. He was a tough guy.
Kept trying to fix it. You're like, because Hank is a good name. He goes, who the hell's this guy you brought around here? I go, that's the Opester.
And that guy raises pigs, all sorts of pigs, right, Carl?
Delicious. I had one of his lard hogs. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. These guys know more about barbecue than, most people, especially up here in New York. They read a couple blogs, they watch 3 YouTube videos, and then they're an expert. Yeah. I mean, these are 6 generations at Ubons in Mississippi. There's 2 things in Mississippi: a jail and Ubons. And it's
Wait, what did he say?
He says, I spent a lot of time in both.
And who's that?
That's the barbecue ninja. He's the man.
Yeah, man. It's I'm one of the new people on Ubons. I've been here 21 years, and I've got a couple of them just accepting me in the fold. They just figure he's like a ward. His ass isn't going anywhere, so we're just gonna, just accept the fact that he's there, and here I am. I'm not going anywhere.
So you've been at it 21 years. When will you officially be accepted? How many more years you think?
I'm holding out for at least 5 more years. Yeah, and then I think at least I'll be vested. I can retire and be all right then 25 years.
Yeah, but I got to tell you about Craig now, the ninja. Since I became a member of the Watery-Eyed Old Farts Club, I don't do much, and they take up the slack. Les and him, and they know what to do. They've been doing it around so long, but it's so hard on an old man to have to sit back and watch the youngsters do it. But now that right there, the best boss in the world, she'll tell anybody what to do.
Who's she?
She's the barbecue princess. What? Were you in a coma?
I'm trying to learn.
You know where you are?
You introduced me to like 25.
Apple barbecue. We're not an American Girl doll reunion. This is a barbecue.
You introduced me to 25 rednecks in 2 minutes. I'm trying to figure it all out now.
Just say yes, sir, and thank you, and then you'll be fine.
That's all you have to know. That's it. Yeah. How you're doing? Hey, can we get y'all something to drink? I mean, y'all need like a beer. Okay, so he's good. You've got so good.
He likes a fruity drink. I was incognito, but I don't know if the mic picked that up, but he rolled in and said, I heard he likes a fruity drink.
Bad news travels fast in Mississippi.
What I want to know is it true?
I think by the looks of his face, it's very true.
I mean, he drinks stuff that you need to wear garter belts with.
Come on. Gary, you like a good like grapefruit beer or a fruity drink, don't you, Gary? Come on, help me out.
What? What'd you say?
He said grapefruit beer.
Now, I do like some grapefruit with some of that vodka in it. Now, I do like that. But that's about as fruity as I'm going to get.
Hold on, tomatoes are fruit.
Wait a minute. You're right. Tomato. It is a fruit, isn't it?
Tomatoes are fruit.
Hell, we call it a vegetable where I come from.
Well, whatever you.
But, well, wait a minute. Gravy is actually my favorite vegetable. I like gravy. Gravy is actually my favorite vegetable.
Especially when you put it on French fries.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta tell you, the U-Bond Bloody Mary mix is amazing, though, Dave.
Thank you, bro. We that's Gary and Leslie. That's it's a 4th generation recipe. We've been doing it as a family. The U-Bonds is known for hospitality, and for a long time, people would come up wherever we were and be like, "Hey, give me a Bloody Mary. Hey, give me a Bloody Mary. Hey, give me a Bloody Mary." So we figured, hell, fuck, start charging them for it, right? Like,
Yeah, Carl used to bring it by the station before we got fired, but I brought
yeah, fuck Roland.
Wait a second. Let me be clear. You got fired.
Yeah, you didn't work.
I'm Latino. We quit before that comes around a corner.
Oh, y'all laugh your goddamn heads off.
We're quitters. Don't get me involved.
And Carl said that as you took a pull off your fruity drink. So
I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here, right? I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here.
Wait, let me tell you something about U-Bonds. I'm a chef that likes to hate things, right? I hate things until you change my mind. I knew about U-Bonds Bloody Mary mix before I knew the U-Bond family, and it's almost like they're in that bottle. They're the nicest. I showed up here not knowing anybody, and pit masters are a tough group. Like, oh, I'm a New Yorker, and they're like, yeah, what's up, chef asshole? They don't. Like for the first year I was here, it's like every question was like, why you make the food so small? Everything you make is so small. I'm always hungry here in New York, right? So, but Gary and Ninja, Barbecue Princess, and Dave, they didn't even blink an eye. They said, come up, have a Bloody Mary. You're one of us, and I'll they'll be my friends forever. I'm still talking to them. We're in the South now. Have some manners, okay?
I just wanted to say, as they beat the shit out of me, I feel like I've known these guys for like 10 years. I just met them.
Oh, yeah, and they'll talk to you like they've known you for 10 years. You getting fat. Carl, look at the titties on you. They talk about you like they've known you since you were 2.
I'm noticing those titties, by the way. I thought of a great shirt, Carl, and I think you need to be my spokesmodel. It's called Body by Biscuit. And, you're hired. Spokesmodel for the T-shirt? That's it, man. You would be perfect for it. Yeah. But I think what y'all are describing there is something that we have, and it's just called being real. And that's what we do, and that's what we bring. It's like this block party. You look behind me, we got 70, 80 people back here. It's because they want to go here. They want to come here and be a part of us and be a part of something that's real. And and that's what we bring. That's what we bring to the table. Yeah, and
yeah, this is a hell of a party. Now you got to explain what the Big Apple barbecue thing is all about. I don't even know the basics of this thing.
Why don't you let someone that actually does something here explain it? Leslie?
Yeah.
Get in here.
I was wondering if y'all were going to let me in your boys' club.
Well, Opie doesn't like women.
Oh, well, hey. Yeah, but he likes fruity drinks.
he's womanish, but he doesn't like women, man.
He wants to be the only girl in town. Boy, tough crowd. It's tough. Wow. Initiation by fire. He's never been here. All of a sudden, he shows up. We have to kick the kids out. Give the kid the Opie's chair. It's a nightmare.
I'm waiting for the Deliverance music to start up.
Oh, it's playing. You just don't hear it because it's about you.
There's a little trick we have. Yeah, so 16 years ago, this festival was created. It was just a few barbecue restaurants on 27th Street over close to Blue Smoke, and it was just set up to kind of get the neighborhood involved in the local barbecue joint. And it's grown over the last 16 years to, there's probably, 15 pit masters from all over the country representing every kind of barbecue that's out there, and it's open to the public, and it's just a great chance for us to interact with with people on the street and let them. Let's face it, nobody's coming to Yazoo City, Mississippi unless they're going to prison. That's just how it is. It's just our truth. We have great tourism. I mean, people visit their kids. Yeah. I mean, tourism, right? So we so if you're not going to come to Yazoo City, I can come to you and I can bring you what you to eat, at my restaurant, at my joint.
Speaking of that, the general announcement is there will be Terrence's fried chicken in 10 minutes. They just put it in the grease fresh for us.
Well, explain that for the newbies out there.
I mean, T is which you can follow him on Instagram at Frymaster T. But it's a Friday night tradition. Wherever we go, Terrence does his fried chicken, and I tell you what, it'll change your life. You go into that fried chicken thinking, oh, it's just going to be any kind of fried chicken. Then you bite it and you tear up and you start crying and you just, right. And then you like, I'm going to go home and slap your mama because you can't fry chicken like T. But it's a tradition of ours. And that's all these teams come over here and they partake in this fried chicken with us. It's a part of our fellowship. It's what it is. We give a part of us to these people, and they want to come here and hang out with us.
What makes it so good? Or you can't really say.
Give me the goddamn mic. Let me tell you about fried chicken. Fried chicken, it's not what's in it, it's what's not in it, right? Fried chicken's all about timing. Like, I remember I sat next to T, and I'm waiting to see this crazy recipe. And I'm like, all right, so what do you do now? He goes, I'll take the chicken out of the package. I'm like, okay. And then what do you do? He goes, I'll put it in the flour. I'm like, okay. He goes, and then, chef, I put it in the fryer. It's all about timing. Look at this chicken. Is this chicken? Well, look at this, Opie.
That's probably hot. Y'all be careful.
It's hot.
Wow, this looks really good. Hold on, Gary. Let me get you a mic.
It's such a good aroma. I mean, when I walked up a while ago, I can smell fried chicken. I can smell the fried chicken.
So the thing with this fried chicken is, last year we were here and I looked at Carl and I said, my cousin is frying the chicken, right? And Carl goes, that's not your cousin. And I go, no, yeah, Terrence is my cousin. And Carl yells over, he goes, yo, T, is that your cousin? And he looks back at him and goes, yeah, that's my cousin, right? I'm a 6'1" fat Jew from Short Hills, New Jersey, and Terrence is a dreadlocked black man from Chicago, Illinois. Why can't we be family, Carl? What's up?
There's a host of reasons why, but for the sake of this podcast, you guys are family. But, I mean, Dave is so white, he looks like a security guard at Walmart.
Wait, he's from Short Hills?
Yes.
I didn't know you were local.
There's always someone from New Jersey ruining everything. We export cancer and litigation. That's what we do in New Jersey.
My attorney, when we were going into business together, Dave and I sent a copy of the contract to my attorney, and he's a redneck dude from the Mississippi Delta. He lives across the street from Craig. He's like real live redneck lawyer, and he said,
in Yazoo, everyone lives across the street from Craig.
Yeah, there's only like 10 of us. He said, baby girl, the smartest thing a Southern girl can do is go into business with a New York City Jew. Good. Sign it today.
He's smart.
Go ahead, Poppy.
I have to say, though, several years ago, we met David and Adam. I think it was just David. But we met them in New York. Now, Southern folks come to New York, they have a lot of different things they might expect from New York. We've never met anything but good people. I met one asshole up here, and I called him down, and the crowd around him applauded. But we met just by chance. We became acquaintances, and then friends, and then family, and then we became business partners only after that.
Okay, there's a little bit of bullshit there, though, because because there's a little bit of bullshit there. Because the way we really met was I was just a fat kid with a pulled pork sandwich, and I was eating my sandwich, and I looked up at the trailer, and Alan Campbell, who's here this year, was up there in the trailer, and I look up at him and I go, this is the best sandwich I've had all day. And Alan looks down at me and goes, what are you, local? You're eating it all wrong. How do you eat a pulled pork sandwich wrong? He goes, you got to put your coleslaw on top of the meat, then put your sauce on it, squeeze it together, and jam it in your head. And I was like, okay. Alan's a big guy, right? Like, you know, I'm a big guy, Alan's a big guy, right? And I'm like, okay, he must know what he's talking about, right? So I do it the right way, and yeah, it changed my life forever. And like a stray cat, if you feed me, I don't leave.
There's T right here. T, get in here. T, you got the Chief Honky trying your chicken right now. Look at it.
No, he means me.
Hey, no. Come on, man. You can't say that to a black guy. You can't say that to a black guy, Carl. Come on. What do you think, Opie?
Oh my God, that is damn good.
You're not going to tell A&B, are you?
Huh?
You're not going to tell A&B, are you?
Wow. Isn't that
Good
something?
deal.
That's awesome.
Good deal.
It's called fried chicken, Opie.
I get it, Carl.
So right now you're eating that skin off the top of that piece of fried chicken. That's a Mississippi Delta engagement ring. You give that to somebody, they're yours forever.
And let me tell you, on a broader note, why I like barbecue from Mississippi. I think, I mean, this is probably the wrong place to say this, but I think sometimes you get barbecue fatigue. Like if you go to a restaurant, a lot of traditional barbecue restaurants, all you're going to get is beans and some collard greens on the side, right? But in Mississippi, you have the barbecue, and then you have all this other stuff from the Delta that's unbelievable. Probably the only state that knows how to make rice, it's the fucking craziest thing. Yeah, like if they'd be like, oh, what should I get in Mississippi? I'm like, a bulletproof vest and rice. I mean, I think and the way they fry fish and the way they go about all the sides and the flavors just have soul. It's barbecue, it's soul. You know, a lot of times I have a lot of friends, a lot of places, so I got to be careful, but I'm just saying, I get fatigue. But the thing is in Mississippi, there's just a whole nother layer. You know, it's like the jazz music of barbecue. It just has that soul.
How did somebody from this part of the country gain that much Southern savvy is what I wanted to know. Because that's wisdom right there, brother.
Call bullshit, pal.
No, it was... When he washed up down in Miami on the shores after he swam over, he had to move all the way up the East Coast through the South.
Oh, remember, Gary, Cuba's more south than Mississippi. I'm the true South. We swim to your South.
Sound like a plan.
Bro, this chicken is amazing.
It's that good, right?
It's amazing.
It's the best I've ever had.
Give you a lot of love and a lot of bullshit. As you see, we're hanging out with Carl, so good deal. That's what it's all about. It's all about the love. As a couple of my friends will say, that'll change your life. Actually, I've saved a life, I've heard.
Saved my life.
That's what we do. We save lives. That's going to be our new U-Bond slogan. Fried chicken saving lives.
Hold on, we're coming right back to the Big Apple Barbecue. Lots of amazing guests throughout this special live event. And of course, Chef Carl will introduce us to some real redneck. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, with that old Southern charm. We're having a few issues with Opie's new recording device, but hang in there with us for this segment, and everything else comes together quite nicely. Thank God for smartphones. Opie Radio.
All right, Carl, we're still here. My stupid podcast equipment just crapped out, and we got Gary. He wants to tell one more story.
Well, this is a story about a speech-impaired midget, okay? He won the lottery, and he decided that he wanted to have him a racehorse. So he took the lottery money, and he bought him a new Cadillac, got a bumper hitch on it, bought him a new horse trailer, and he started touring around Texas. And he came to this spot that had big old white fence around it and big old long driveway. So he turned up in there and he went and knocked on the door, and this big old cowboy come out with that Stetson hat, and he said, "Mister, I would like to buy a racehorse." He said, "Well, I got something I'll show you." Man, that Texan went and got a filly, brought her out, He said,
Tell them what a filly is.
oh, that's a female horse.
Yeah.
And said, man, she is so pretty. I love her. She's so pretty. He said, can I see her? Can I see her teeth? Well, that Texan was kind of pissed off, and he just reached and grabbed him and stuck him up and let him open that mouth. Said, yes, sir, she's healthy. She got some pretty teeth. Set him back down. He said, can I pat her on the mane? He said, yeah. Now, that's that hair that comes off the neck. He said, yeah. And he picked him up and he petted him on the mane. He said, well, mister, can I see her twat? Well, he got old Texan that got pissed, and he picked him up and stuck him up under that tail and just rubbed his face in it. And he said, he'd set him down. He said, maybe I should have said, let me see her one around a little bit.
Oh my God!
That's perfect.
Bravo! Gary from U-Bonds. Oh my God!
He's the best. Isn't he the
That's
best?
how you tell a story.
That's
how you tell a story right there. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I got a Southern joke. They told me this one in Arkansas. There's 3 guys on a plane, and they're flying down to God knows where. And the first guy goes, my name is Hank. I got a ranch in Texas with 20,000 steers. My ranch is called Big Hank's. The other 2 people in the row look at him and say, that's nice, Hank. It's really nice. The second guy goes, my name is John. I got a ranch in Texas, and it has 200,000 steer. I call my ranch Big John's. The third guy's like, wow, that's incredible, guys. That's really nice. So then both Texans look at this one little guy, and they said, what's the name of your ranch? He says, I don't really call it a ranch, but I get you call it a ranch. He goes, well, how many steers do you have? He goes, none. Well, where are you from? I'm Jewish. He says, well, what do you call the ranch? He goes, downtown Manhattan.
Oh, I like that. Oh my God, this is a blast.
Ain't these great people?
This
These
is
are
awesome.
Opie, this is what in New York what we call real people.
Right. Oh, we don't get people anywheres like this in
People
New York
here.
City. People in New York City stink.
Oh, no. I met some great people up here.
They're not from here.
Where are you from, boy? Oh, I'm from Arkansas. What the hell are you doing in Manhattan?
Making believe.
No, the people that say hi to you are usually the tourists in New York City.
Yeah,
For real, most New Yorkers will not look at you, will not talk to you, will not tell a story like that, Gary.
You know that the part of the country I come from, we open doors for the ladies, whether it be the truck door or the barn door or the front door of the house. We open doors for ladies. And if you do that up here, they think, what the hell do you want? You know, what are you after? But we still do it.
It's
All right.
so funny. Like I
thought there was going to be a joke there.
No, Jesus, he opens doors, Opie.
Yeah, I got it.
What?
I was waiting for the punchline. And now Carl's mad at me. I'm like, here comes another punchline.
Everything doesn't have a punchline, you know.
Oh, it does. Opie Radio does.
You're so awesome. This is so much fun.
She said that in a bad way. Oh, she wanted to pet me on the head.
I saw her texting her friends back in Missouri. She's like, I met Ellen.
This is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. I mean, come on. Geez. We're doing this on the streets of New York. I mean, I'm a redneck from the Mississippi Delta on Madison Avenue cooking barbecue. If that is not as surreal as you can get, I don't know what is.
And we didn't bring the guitar, or more, we'd have been singing some redneck stuff you wouldn't believe.
That wagon wheel going on right now, you know.
We would like to feature your favorite Jew, Merle Haggard.
Can I ask one dumb question? I want to ask about roadkill. There's a rumor that people in the South will pick up the roadkill and cook it.
What year are you from, bro?
I said it was one dumb question.
No, in the South.
Oh my God, they're giving me bad looks. Is that
Friends with Edith from Dukes of Hazzard?
Gary, help me out.
Well, we only do roadkill if we see somebody run over it, we know it's real fresh.
Opie, you've been watching too much TV, man. I mean, you know, come on.
Let me. And as far as roadkill, South is better than the North, and I'll tell you why. I was in Brooklyn, and my friend brought his uncle from Italy. In Brooklyn, you have like this little backyard. It's like, you know, look at a little grass patch. So he had all these pigeons sitting there. So I go to the house, and they brought, oh, come over, the uncle's cooking pasta. So I go, and I'm eating the pasta. I'm like, it's a little gamey. What'd you make the bolognese of? The Italian guy goes in Italian, he goes, Watch out, Eli. I go, the fucking pigeons? The whole family's like, this guy stood outside all day and killed pigeons to make dinner for the family. There is no redneck like a Sicilian. Let me tell you something.
I resemble that remark. Hey, I'm half Italian from the waist down. I mean, come on.
And he will eat some weird stuff now.
Yeah.
Wait, what will he eat?
Ninja, just because he was conceived at the Olive Garden parking lot doesn't make him Italian.
Bathroom. Come on, we made it inside. We were sanitary when we did that, when that happened.
Ninja, what's the weirdest thing you ever ate?
Man, the weirdest thing I ever ate is
Food, not people.
Well, it's probably, they call it's buffalo balls. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Hey, look
I was
who's
out
here.
in Nebraska.
Miriam from the Salt
We
Lake.
got Miriam here. Come on, Miriam, come have a seat.
Here's our friend Miriam. She's one of the pit masters with the Salt Lake out of Austin, Texas. She's a big deal. You're a big deal, Miriam.
The longest running open pit barbecue restaurant in America.
Say hi.
Hi.
She's like, what did I get myself into?
She's a hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Hey.
Congratulations, Miriam.
Thank you so much. I'm so fortunate to be amongst the best of the best.
Ain't that true? Yeah, and I'm excited for you to be here because lots of folks don't think that there are a lot of females in barbecue, and that's not true. You're one of the best ones I know.
We are a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly.
You put a woman with a live fire, heat, special, boom.
Done. Yeah. Done.
We did smoke in Austin, Texas, and we went to eat with him one night. And Miriam asked me, she said, "Dude, you want to take the wine tour?" And I said, "Well, hell yeah. Old country boy wants to take a wine tour." And she took me over to the winery and let me taste several different things. And the old country boy in me said, you're not supposed to drink wine and then spit it out. I mean, Mama taught me different than that. So I drank 5 glasses of wine, and she got me plumb snockered before I went back to even eat dinner. But it was good. She's got a barbecue red that is really good.
Yeah, but we had to be on TV the next morning. Me and Dad, we were like a team. We did this competition, and he woke up, and I could look at him and tell, man, he's not feeling so good. And he kept telling me, yeah, I think I'm having one of my headaches. But it turns out one of his headaches was due to most of 3 bottles of wine in 10 minutes.
They were big glasses.
They were big glasses. Yeah.
There you go. They were big glasses.
I gotta say, I'm embarrassed because you have a world champion here, and you're making her talk into your phone.
Well, what are we gonna do?
You're thinking about the shit.
Our podcast equipment crapped out. Gary, why don't you take us out?
Guys, I've just got to say that, Opie, I've met Carl before, but man, New York people just keep getting better.
Thank you, Gary. Dave.
Yo, everybody out there, we love you very much. Your questions are going to go tomorrow. And in case you don't know, Carl's the funniest chef in America. And if you don't think that's true, you're stupid.
Damn.
I'm just going to agree.
Yeah, go buy U-Bonds. Go buy U-Bonds, yes. Joey, take it away.
I happen to agree with that gentleman, by the way, and that ends the horrific phone recording portion of our show. Right now, Opie, Chef Carl, and a gang of people from way across the Mason-Dixon line will be partying into the early morning. And when we return, it'll be a new day. And with everything you're about to hear, you'll swear you were there. You could even lie to your friends and tell them you were drinking with Opie and Carl well into the night. Go ahead. It's not like those two would remember.
And there you go. A little something a little different today. Yes, what you were listening to is an early episode of the Opie Radio podcast. I rebranded it, Ruizing with Opie and Carl. There's a playlist on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio, on my Facebook, Opie Radio fans, if you want to hear more of that. And what's really tough to kind of swallow today is that the 2 guys that just destroyed in that episode are no longer with us. Of course, Carl Ruiz, we're looking at about 4 years ago, we lost him. And Gary, the owner of U-Bonds, is no longer with us as well. Oh my God! But both those guys were just so quick and so funny. So there you go. If you want to hear more, like I said, there's a playlist on my Facebook and on my YouTube. It's called Ruizing with Opie and Carl. Want to thank Paul before I get out of here. He gave me $1. Thank you, Paul. If everyone gave me $1, I'd be doing pretty well. So I don't laugh at dollars. Trust me. Greg Buell, thank you for the $1. And who else we got? Trevor Myers, Clockwork, $4 a day he gives me to check out my live stream. So thank you very much. You don't have to give money, but you do have to hit that like. If any of this was entertaining to you today, just hit the like on the way out. It absolutely helps the cause, all right? I am Fried Chicken. Rest in peace, Carl. Respect, Hope. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Carl's gone. Gary's gone. Like, no offense, Gary hinted that he didn't have much left. It wasn't awful, dude. You're trying to. How was that? Let me block this guy. You're just a dishonest person. How is that awful? Bunch of guys drinking bourbon with a bunch of Southern barbecue rock stars telling jokes. How could that possibly be awful? And then he's like, get back together with Anthony. That's exactly why I don't want to get back together with Anthony, because then I have to deal with dishonest, crappy fans. Ugh, God, no. What's up, Rupert? How are you, brother? Good to see you. All right, I think that's it for today. I hope you have a good day. It's Monday. It's a rainy Monday. Everyone else good? Yeah, I think we got to the end of the comments, so I think we're good. That guy just banned. He was spamming the chat saying that's bad. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. I know when something's good. Like I say to the haters, there are days I fall flat on my face live streaming. Hit me with the hate on one of those days, and then maybe it'll sting. But to hear that and say that's terrible, you're just being a liar and very dishonest. King of all dips. Good morning, GH. Well, we're out of here, King. I got to get my kids to school. Cheers, Jonesy. Right on. You just got here and we're leaving. Yeah, well, these live streams got to start a lot earlier because I got to take care of the kids in the morning. That's my main priority. But we'll be able to squeeze a live stream in before that. So I honestly think I got to start around 6. I don't know how many of you guys will be up at that time, but you could listen to it in the replay, I guess. I don't know. Have a good day, everyone. Don't be a hack. Thank you, Justin. You have a good day. Don't be like me. All right. Later, y'all. Later. Bye, Mikey. Yeah, Mike's calling it. Mike, thank you. Thanks for all you do. Guys, have a wonderful day. We will talk very, very soon. Maybe if it's looking kind of crappy in New York today, I was going to say maybe if this rain clears out, we could walk the streets a little bit and do one of those live streams, but we'll see. No notifications again today. I don't know what's going on with that. All right. I got to go. Bye, Lewis. Good to see you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Enjoy your Monday as best you